Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lyndsey. My name is Billi Milovanovic, aka Bildo.
And my name's Lyndsey Kirkwood, also known as Lyndsey.
And this is an offensively funny podcast about drinking wine and chatting life. Hope you enjoy.
It's not, oh, yeah. Sometimes I get confused. Anyways.
It's when I press that button.
I know. Stop it, Billy. Stop. Okay.
Hello. Oh.
We're just starting off because we just did a really sad episode for the Nightly. You should go check us out on the Nightly.
Yeah, well, by the time this comes out, the Nightly will come out on Friday. So anyway, listen.
Go just look.
More exciting news.
What?
Sorry, I've just realized. I'm sorry, before we get into the wine and everything, I've just realized that today is the day that we are going to be on the morning show.
Right. Yes. So if you're listening and watching to this bright and early as soon as it's been released.
Yes.
10:30-ish for Australian Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be on the morning show.
Like Channel 7, the morning show. Like
the morning show. Like
Larry and Kylie.
Like the dude that just won the Logie. Like that morning show.
So we're very chill and excited here on the couch. Hopefully we weren't too grainy. If you listen to our chatterbox on Wednesday, it's going to be all about how angry we are that we couldn't get our shit together. Anyway.
It'll be a journey getting there. Anyways, we're professionals. We will figure it out.
We have already figured it out because we are on there today.
Yes. Okay.
Linny is going to introduce the wine, but we're also going to talk about how organized she is. So go on.
I'm so organized. I'm reaching for the wine that
Yes,
I have yet to
you're amazing.
introduce. Yes, we've already poured it. Yes, we've already drank it. Don't ask any more questions. We're drinking Penfolds Max's Shiraz South Australia 2022. It's roughly like $25, $30 a bottle. And I say the price because I don't normally, because Billy always feels like when we're drinking Penfolds, we're drinking like a super fancy bottle.
Fancy.
Which, because Penfolds obviously has really
and also the
expensive
last
bottles.
time we drank a Penfolds, I'm sure that was like a $50 bottle,
Yeah.
and I did not appreciate it enough.
I did.
Well, I didn't because, again, like wine's wine. But listen, this one's a Shiraz. It's nice, it's strong, it's flowery, possibly berry-y. I don't know.
All of the above.
Fruity. That's what I was going for.
Fruity. Her ever so
Fruity.
famous.
Now, Lyndsey, we went to a couple of wine shows recently, and they taught us some good words that we've never used.
Yes, and we
Can you
forget
please,
them.
right?
What was the one where we were like,
Something
oh my
about skin contact.
No, we
Oh,
know skin
texture?
contact.
What's the texture like? No, there was another one.
There was some wine guy explaining a wine, and
Yes.
I'm like, we need to write that down so we remember it, so we
sound smart.
Yeah,
Because this is idiocy.
but we didn't write it down.
No.
So here we are sounding stupid yet again.
It's fine.
Go to a wine show, you'll figure it out yourself.
We've had a few stupid moments this week, haven't we? With our car
always.
park. I don't know if you car park dramas. It's fine. If you follow our stories, you'll know how blonde Lyndsey is. Lyndelyn.
Shut up, Billy. Could have happened to anyone. Okay.
Look, I make fun of you, but I'm the one who gave you the credit card and told you to force feed it into the thing. So
Which has been like neglected to be told.
no,
in
but
the
because you
story.
did it, I feel like very quickly we put our credit card into the slot that says like that where you have to press the button and it spits a ticket out.
You have to set the story, the scene first. We went to go into the car park and it said press for a ticket, right? I pressed that motherfucking button twice, maybe even 3 times, definitely twice. No ticket came out.
True story. I
So
was there.
I was thinking, oh, they've changed the ticketing.
Yeah.
Where you have to prepay.
And here I am giving her my credit card being like, just try this. Like, just give it a crack. See if you can pop one in and then it'll take money. Maybe it'll like hold money until you get out and then it'll take the amount.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
prepay,
prepay.
I don't know.
That's how prepay works. Prepay, yes.
It did not prepay. It did not give us back our
No.
credit card. And I
No,
looked
and
at
it didn't.
Juan.
And then we jammed the machine. The people couldn't find the credit card for ages. Like, we had to go. We had a thing to go to. So we were like, okay, can we just like leave you with this and we'll come back for it? Anyway, they said they had to swap out the entire machine to a different one and that they looked everywhere and finally found it jammed in the back of the machine somewhere. But like the machine kept spitting cards out. It wasn't like it was malfunctioning. It actually kept working fine.
For other people behind us.
It just took our...
It must have just swallowed the credit card and like shot it all the way to the very back. Like
Yeah.
it took 4 employees to take apart the machine and to actually
Yes.
find, like you guys know how big the ticketing machines are. They're so small. Like
Yeah. Like, where could it go, possibly?
Anyways, I went to LD last night and I pushed the button and I got a fucking ticket, like to park.
We are so happy for you and glad that this has all been resolved.
I know how to do that and I know how to organize.
Now, Lyndelyn, could you tell us about this new little gig that you've got yourself?
Oh, look. Okay, so a friend, this is why we're talking about it, because Billy and I are always like, I say to her, I don't know how your house is the way it is. And she's like, I don't know how your house is the way it is. I don't understand people that can't keep their lives and their houses organized. To me, not judging, I just don't understand how it happens.
I, on the other hand, cannot understand how somebody keeps their house so organized.
Yeah.
It doesn't compute for me. And we'll get into that soon. But go on, you have
one of my friends works in a home office, and there's, I don't know, maybe I'm going to say like 6-ish employees. So it's not a huge office, but there's multiple desks. Yep. It's a proper office. And it just needed a little bit of help to be
organizing. Yeah.
So, yes, I was asked if I wanted to do it, and I absolutely, because I'm the type of person that when I walk into a space, does not matter if it's any sort of space, in my head, I'm reorganizing it because I'm like, why did they put that there? That should be over there. That's dumb. Get rid of that. I love that stuff. So anytime that I can do that in a space,
I've been waiting to buy my new house so I can bring Lyndsey in and be like, how is this supposed to, like, what should we do?
Yes, I cannot wait for this.
I know, because you've said to me a million times, like, bring me over. Like, I will reorganize your cupboard. And I'm like, I can't have you reorganizing my cupboard. First, I have to clean my cupboard for you to come in and reorganize my cupboard. I don't. And I'm not going to lie. Whenever I go to your house, I'm reorganizing your space. That's why you've only been there twice. That's right. Yeah. Because I can't even get to chat to her. She's just constantly reorganizing.
And when I do go there, I don't even know if you know this, but I try to make eye contact with you and not look behind you around the room.
You are hilarious.
Because I'm like, she's going to see me scanning her space because I'm like, oh my God, I really want to get to that.
Because there's so much to scan.
Right? I'm like, that shelving unit behind her is really bugging me.
It's funny because for ages I try to be like Lyndsey. And you have taught me a lot just about life in general.
Yeah.
But like I've tried to do the thing where like don't put it down, put it away. So it's so it's away immediately. That works really well when you stay on top of it. I've also tried to teach my kids better and just to get the house clear by the end of the night. So like I like to have the table clear, you know, like the floor clear, stuff like that by the end of the night, right? That doesn't happen all the time. I don't know. And then I come to Lyndsey's house and everything is just gone. Everything is away. And this is what I mean. I don't understand how people just have nothing on their surfaces. Like it's like I'm constantly, if I was to do what Lyndsey does in my house, I would never stop. Whereas I see you and you're very relaxed. Like it stresses me out. Like I have to literally be like to my kids, pick that up, put that away. Like I'm constantly on top of them and it stresses everyone out. Like it's not a thing that comes naturally to me. So it stresses me out.
Right.
And then when I just let it go for not even for a couple of days, it could be like a day that I let things go.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. There is just stuff everywhere.
Right.
Like I don't understand. Like, and to me, we at the moment on my couch, we have one of those giant couches because we like to be really chill.
It's like their bed.
It's like a bed couch.
Set
like
it up
it's huge.
like a bed.
Yes. On there right now, I have like 4 blankets.
It's
4
fine.
blankets. But like not even these, like 4 full-blown big blankets.
Oh.
And I love it because once I get into bed, it doesn't matter. I will cover myself with 3 different blankets. I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
Like I don't see the chaos. Do you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't, like it doesn't, like when I come in here, what I see is that there's nothing. Like everything is gone. So I see that. But when I come into my house full of shit everywhere, it doesn't, it doesn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? Like it just does not.
Which, and this is going to sound totally rude, but I don't mean it to be rude. Obviously, it doesn't bother you because obviously you don't see it, or else you would have it put away.
100%.
Yes.
It's only very once in a while that I'm like, oh my God, this place is a fucking mess. I need to do something.
Yeah.
And then I see everything.
Yeah.
And then I'm like a crazy person trying to tell everybody to clean everything up. But then once it's done, I'm like, and that lasts for about 20 minutes until somebody pulls out a puzzle or something. And that's fine. I get it when my kids pull things out. I'll tell them to put it away. That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's still never enough.
But I see, this is what I don't understand. So like people will say to me, how do you keep your house so
I've said that to you a million times. Yes.
It must take so much time. It takes no time, people.
How?
Because if you start with a clean slate, as in you get your house to where everything is put away.
Tick, I can do that. Yes.
Right? You just maintain it. If you get the scissors out, you put them away. If you get the puzzle out, you put it away. If you get the soda stream out of the pantry, you put it away.
Are you taking notes?
But to me, without sounding like a rude cow, I don't understand.
Same.
I don't.
No, but seriously, like same, because I try that too. Like I get to the point because I'll have.
But wait, I'm going to totally interrupt you and be rude. Have you gotten to your house where not just like one shelving unit's organized, but the key is the whole house needs to be organized and everything needs to be put away for it to work and not be a hassle.
Look at it this way. If everything is away, it's away in its place. Okay. I do have some, it's chaos, right? But it's one of those, what do they call it? Like organized chaos.
Okay.
As in, I know where, like there's books, there's things where they go, right? Like I know that there's certain things that go where they go. So once it's all away, like it's fine. To me, in my own head, it's organized enough where I know where my shit is. So that's fine. What I don't understand is how quickly it gets fucked up. Do you know what I mean? And I don't understand that either. I don't get how when like the kids come home, they put their stuff away. I do like everything sort of gets put away. And then still I get to the end of the day and be like, where did all this shit come from? I don't understand. It literally just creeps up. Like it's got its own little legs and it creeps up. And it's so bad. Like I really don't, and then I just don't see it for ages because I'm like, oh, everything's fine. Like the kitchen's clean. Yeah. Like I can sit on the couch. I have a little space on the couch to sit. It's fine.
The tiny little spot for your bum.
Right.
And then,
like that's, perfect enough.
And cushions everywhere.
If Henry's sitting in that spot, I'll just move the cushions over. And, but literally I have like, it's not even necessary to have that many cushions and blankets on my couch. And so when it's like nice and clean, that just means that like the blankets are folded and on top of each other.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's all right.
Fine.
Look, if you have a tidy couch, like before I go to bed every night, the couch is tidied. So
I want to see you at night in your, like Lyndsey in the wild. Like I want to see what it looks like. But it doesn't, little blanket.
This is the thing that in the wild, in what way? Like how I like tidy up my house at nighttime?
No, like you only have one blanket. How do you all cover each other? Like
we don't. I have my house coat on. I don't need to cover myself.
I like blankets.
That blanket is for show.
Oh, you don't even use this?
No. That blanket, no, the kids will use that.
We love snuggling up.
No, I've got my big like house coat. Cameron doesn't like to snuggle in a blanket. He's never hot enough or cold enough. No. The kids will use that in the morning in the wintertime when it's cold in the morning.
Totally. They're like, Mom, can I use this showy blanket to cover my legs?
And I'll be like, oh God, if you have to, because then I'll have to make it look pretty when you're off to school. Absolutely, that's my thought.
Oh my God.
But I've always been, well, first of all, it's ingrained in you. So my mom.
Yes, let's talk about that. Yes.
My mom is like actually probably more, I say anal than me. And then her mom was, and her mom was. So I remember even my great grandma's house, like all of her beautiful little knickknacks, like her apartment, like was top notch. My grandmother's house, which I know I've told the story before, but she was the one that left, and it was back in the day because I'm a little bit older than Billy, where like pink carpet was still a thing, like rose-colored pink carpet. Yeah, and it was like
that's coming back, I'm sure.
Fancy. Oh, I'm sure it is. Wallpaper is, so I'm sure it is. So grandma would, like when she vacuumed, would leave the vacuum mark.
Oh yes. Yeah, and so you can see it. Yeah,
totally. But you were not allowed to walk on those vacuum marks. So like it, and like I remember grandma being on her hands and knees after dinner, like shining the floor under the table and stuff because it was black shiny. Anyways, so it's just the way I've always been raised, but I've loved it and I've embraced it. Like nothing brings me more joy than organizing a space, decorating that space, like literally, like I wish I love that.
Like you literally have like a spark in your eye when you talk about this.
100%. Like I wish I had known how much I loved it when I was sitting in the counselor's office in high school.
Right.
Going, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? Oh, let's do advertising. Dumb.
Excuse me, it's brought us this far.
Sure. Sure. Let's go with that. You know what I mean? Like I wish I had followed that. Like I cannot get enough of it. So back to this organizing gig, and everyone's like, not everyone, like a couple of the ladies yesterday were like, oh my God, you're a magician. I can't believe you've done this in 2 hours. And I'm like, how? Like I was like, actually
give me 3,
right?
See what happens.
Like I was actually going really slow.
I know, and I'm like telling you, like you are a superstar. Like I 100% see you in that element. Like that's perfect for you because you enjoy it. I agree that you're not like, it's not like you walk into my house. You're probably judgy to some extent, but like I don't feel judged.
No.
It's more like you're like chomping at the bit to like help.
Exactly.
It's more that. It's rather than like ew this, ew that. It's more like, oh my God, let me help you do this. Like this to me, it's almost like you're jizzing in your pants just to like clean my house up, like organize my house.
You could not have said
which I love. Yes,
100%. You could not have said 100% better. You could not have said it better.
Yeah,
that's right. And it doesn't matter whose house I go into, even if it is a tidy house like mine. I'm still reorganizing it in my head going, oh, I don't know. And same with home decor. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would have put that there. And like, it's just the way my brain works.
Oh my God. Okay, let's go to a break and we'll come back and talk about how awesomely I look after the house because of my ancestors. Great.
Billy has dirty tissues on the couch, by the way. Like, that is not pleasing to the eye.
I'm sorry. Like Lyndsey.
I do that a lot, yeah.
Throw things away.
I do.
That was my crying tissue. I cried in the episode before this. Not about organizing. I wanted to talk about, because you said before about how it's like ingrained in you. It came from like a place, right?
Yes.
I have this photo on my like makeup mirror that I've had there for probably years. And it's of me, my grandparents, I was a baby, my mum, my brother and my cousin. And we're all just like posing for a photo. Lovely photo. It was great. And I've looked at it for years and it was only really just the other month, literally like last month that I looked at it properly. I was just like looking at it and being like, oh, you know, my family memories, right?
Yeah.
And then I looked at the background of the photo, which I'd never really done before because again, it was always just in the photo, whatever.
Of course.
And there was stuff on the shelves everywhere. There was just this one shelf that you could see, but it was just like there was stuff on it, there was stuff in between it, there was stuff all over the place. And in that moment, it clicked to me that I'm like, oh my God, this is not my fault.
I've got a shelf like that. Billy does have a shelf like that.
I literally do. I was like, oh my God, this is my entire house.
Yeah.
This is exactly what my house looks like. Like, so it obviously, like you said, it comes from somewhere, like whatever you grew up with. And that's why I'm trying really hard to be better with my kids and teach them better because I need them to see that there is a nicer way to live. Like when I organize my whole house and everything's nice and clean and I can just sit and enjoy and like the floors are done, the surfaces are clean. There is definitely, especially for like an anxious mind, if you're like an anxious person like I am, like it just can't, like everything feels so peaceful and calm.
This is where I was going to go next. So great segue. Because for me, I feel like if your space, it does, and okay, I'm going to like sidetrack a little bit. It doesn't matter what your house looks like in the sense of it doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It can be a little shack. It does not matter.
100% agree with that.
But if it is clean and tidy, it looks like $1 million. And your space in your mind, like because I've got a lot of to-do things to scratch off my to-do list. She does. Billy makes fun of me. I feel like if my space that I'm in is clean and organized, I don't have to think about that. I can just concentrate on the other things I need to worry about. Because if you have it all up in here, if you're seeing it all like mumble jumbled, I feel like up in here is mumble jumbled.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's the way I've always lived my life. I'm like, if I don't have to see crap and worry about like, oh my God, this, like I can't sit on the couch, like all this stuff around me.
Yeah.
Like you don't
and
have
that's
that.
what happens to me funnily enough. Sometimes when I'm like, you can, by just going into my house, you can know exactly what level of anxiety I'm at. Because when I'm really anxious, I don't even see it. I could live in filth. It doesn't like bother me. Everything will just build up around me and I don't see it. And then when I start feeling better, I look around and I'm like, what the fuck what happened here? Like, whoa.
Good thing Lyndsey's not coming over.
Whoa. Oh my God. Seriously. Like I even just showed you some photos of what I was videoing around at my house the other day. I accidentally showed her and I'm like, oh my God, like look at my couch. Like so it's only then like when I start feeling a little bit calmer in my head that I'm like, oh my God, what happened here? Like, okay, anxious Billy. Like, I don't leave wrappers and things around. I'm not that kind of, it's not like it's dirty, but I let it just get untidy.
It's messy.
Like it's messy to an extreme.
Yeah. I've never gone to your house going, ew.
That's
gross.
because I
like
clean hard before you come.
Right.
Oh, every time Lyndsey's come over, I will try and do my best to make that place look like,
oh dear,
we don't live in it.
Right.
Like we live in it. And people like that too. And somebody said to me the other day, because I have a very good friend. Hi, Sumi. Sumi lives like we do.
Yeah.
Very much everything's everywhere on shelves. And we played this game one time at her house when we were all living together because she had this one shelf behind the TV. And so we all played this game where we were like, okay, we're going to sit on the couch. It was like 4 or 5 of us and we're going to close our eyes. And one person's going to go and remove something from the shelf and we're going to see if we can try and figure out what was removed. And it probably took like 4 or 5 items removed for us to be like, oh, it was the lamp that's missing. You know what I mean? So we live that same life and it comforts me because I'm like, okay, well, I'm not the only one that lives like this because I hang out with Lyndsey too much that I'm like, there's something wrong with this. Yeah. But there isn't. There's more of us out there. But she was saying like, oh, well, I don't care what my house looks like as long as she's like, it's okay as long as it doesn't prevent you from calling people over and like having people over at your house. it does prevent me. Like,
Yeah,
I'm very,
right.
very conscious of what my house looks like. So I actually really don't like having people over at my house. Now, my house, again, is not that bad. It's not like I'm living in filth.
Yeah.
But it does, like, I do think in my head, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to come over and they're going to see all my stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just going to judge me hard.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, the reality is people would.
People would. Totally.
People would. Even if they're great friends with you, they're still going to come in. They might not be like, ew, gross, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. But they would be like, oh, well,
that's why you smell that way when you get to
No, you're not dirty. No. But people would be like, oh, okay, she's got a lot of stuff. Okay,
Yeah. People would, totally.
Whatever. But, like, I mean, if you ever want me to come over and help you clean.
Listen, you could come over. I have no doubt that you can come over and help me. But what's going to happen the day after and the day after? And like, 2 days after Lyndsey leaves. That's the thing. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any tips for people like me to make it easy? Because I don't understand how you are so relaxed about it, but you get everything done. This is what I don't get. And how we're two totally different people in that respect. I don't get how you are not constantly and your house is twice the size as my house, easily. I don't understand how you just get everything done. Plus you go to Pilates, plus you leave the house to go to the mall, plus you have 3 fucking kids, plus you have 2 animals. Like, you have a fucking pool. You would think that a pool is like something fancy to have in life, which it is, but it still needs maintenance.
That's
like,
Cameron, though. Cameron is my pool guy.
Fine, whatever. Still, there's just stuff, like, you have way more stuff to do.
Yeah.
And yet everything is.
Because, like, literally, I'm not.
So can you look at the tips? Like, what do you?
My tips are what I've already said. Number 1, you have to do the whole house from top to bottom to clean and organize it.
Okay, that's already too hard. Go to tip number 2.
Tip number 2 is to maintain it. Like, literally.
That's too hard too. Go to tip 3.
Okay, tip 3 is put fucking shit away. Literally, like what you said earlier. If you use something, if you use that pair of scissors or you get out that cookbook or whatever you're get out that extra blanket, whatever it is, you put it away. You just put it away. I say to my kids all the time, like probably 2-3 times a day, go clean the floor in your room. Go make sure there's nothing on your floor. Yeah. They don't even think twice. And you know what? Like 9 times out of 10, there's nothing on their floor because they know they just put stuff away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You've taught your kids because it's you, right?
From the very beginning.
Passing that on to them.
Yeah. We haven't had to sing songs. You know how you hear about like some parents like singing songs to the.
Clean up, everybody, clean up.
It's just a way of life. It has to be every day. But it doesn't become a chore. Like, I never think, oh my God, fucking hell, I got to put this away. It's never on my mind.
Yeah.
And we were saying the other week, like, cleaning the house. Like, I don't say to anybody ever, like, oh my God, tomorrow I've got to clean the house.
Yes.
That doesn't happen here.
Like, Lyndy's coming over. Lyndy,
my friend,
is also Lyndsey's friend. Is coming over. I have to clean up quickly. Like, there's none of that. You don't. Like,
No.
I could come into your house. One time I did for April Fool's Day, come into your house.
Yeah.
On like, I don't even know, it was like a Saturday or a Sunday or something. And I walked through the whole house and I jump scared you and it was fabulous.
I had no bra on. I remember that. And
it was
like,
amazing.
Yeah.
But yes, everything was still exactly as it was.
It literally.
It's not like she cleans up for me on Thursdays.
No, it really isn't. Yes, obviously I'll be like, okay, today I'm going to vacuum. That takes 15 minutes, whatever. Another day I might be like, okay, I'll clean the kids' bathroom. Cool. Like is that what you do? So it's never like you don't do, like you do different sections of the house on different days? I don't spend 2 hours cleaning the house. I don't go, okay, today's my cleaning day. No. Who's got time for that? But if your house...
You're trying to figure out. I don't know.
Yeah, no, literally. So like yesterday I vacuumed. Cool. Great. Done.
I even have a Maria that vacuums for me, like a little robo-vac.
I do, yeah.
But then I have to lift everything off the floor.
Yeah,
and that in itself is like a big chore, you know what I mean?
I've got one too. It's literally under the couch because I can't have mine out in the open because it doesn't go decor-wise. I do not want to see that.
You do not even want to see where all my shit is.
I'm going to hold your hand. I know where you keep your vacuum. I see like your Dyson, like it's on the floor.
Oh, we've moved it.
Thank God. Have you hung it up?
We have.
Okay.
We kind of ghetto hung it up where we put it on my little side table right above the robovac. Listen, it's out of the way.
Is it away from the dining room table? Off the floor?
Yeah, it is. Sure. Yeah, it is.
She's lying.
It's definitely off the floor. No, it's off the floor.
Okay.
It's definitely hung.
Good.
But Henry just kind of found a place where he was like, oh, we could just hang it right here. And then it just sat there. And I was like, oh, great.
But is it out in the open?
Oh, yes.
See, this is the other thing. Things like that, people
But like, where would I put it? I literally, maybe I'm thinking this is another problem of mine.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that, guys. I don't have enough storage space. Like I don't have enough but then I also wonder if I had enough storage space, I would probably fill it chockers full of just shit.
Junk. Yeah. Okay. Do you have power in your garage?
Yes.
Yeah, because your washing machine's down there.
Yeah.
You put it down there, Billi.
I would never vacuum my house if that was the case.
Do you go down there to do laundry?
I do, but I would still never go down there to get like I vacuum when I'm like, oh, there's shit on the floor. So I go grab the vacuum, I vacuum it up.
Gross.
And I'm done.
I would never have
I'm done.
No.
And I don't see it as like a thing that bothers my eye. Yeah. It just doesn't. Like it just is not. I'm like, okay, well, to me, a functional house is more important than like a pretty looking house.
But so you can
which is why I would rather just hang it up somewhere random so I can so I can just have easy reach for it, rather than having it somewhere out of the way where I can't see it. But then I have to go all the way down to get it. That's not okay for me.
All the way downstairs. Look, I get that 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes, but you can have a functionally pretty house. It does go hand in hand.
Henry and I were talking about because big dreams. We're going to renovate our house, and so we're saying that we're going to bring the laundry upstairs because we'd be more likely to do more laundry, and everything could just like live in there because we don't want to have to go up and down. That's ridiculous.
I go downstairs to do laundry. Who cares?
I know you do, but this is exactly the point. Like you have this, like there's something inside you that just does not see that as a thing to do. It's like just life for you.
It's like, damn it, I got to walk down the stairs.
Whereas to me, I would almost need a to-do list just to do all the stuff that you're talking about. To you, it's like comes naturally.
Yeah.
Right? Like bed rotting comes naturally to me. And for you, it's like literally just organizing everything. I wish I had that. I wish I do. I wish I had it.
Yeah.
And again, over the years, you've helped me honestly as much as you possibly could. There is just some stuff you cannot fix, and that's just like my genes. But it can only be taken so far. You know what I'm saying?
And just one last story before we go, and I'm not making fun of you, but this was a funny one about the Soda Stream. So the one day, and that's why I brought it up earlier, and you didn't catch on to my reference.
Do you know what? It's funny. I can't even remember what she's about to say. I just know where my Soda Stream lives.
Right.
Yeah.
So the second time she let me into her house ever in our friendship, you offered me water, and you're like, do you want bubbly or like normal water? I'm like, I don't know, just normal. And I think you wanted a Soda Stream.
Yes,
bubbly
I love
water.
bubbly water. It's like I live on it. Yeah.
Or maybe I did say yes with lime or something. Anyways, you went. So her kitchen is like, it's kind of open concept kitchen, dining, and then like living area. And you've got like this wall pantry.
Yes.
Kind of outside of your kitchen, but still accessible from the kitchen. But it's facing away from her kitchen.
Yes.
And it's full of all kinds of goodies.
Food is in there too, so it's a part pantry too.
Part pantry, part everything,
then,
right?
Hammers and just things.
Random items.
Yeah.
And her poor little Soda Stream is just sitting on like one of the shelves, like amongst chaos, and she just lives there. Yeah. And I'm in my mind, I giggled. You made a joke about it too. Like this is.
I'm like, I don't understand what the funny part is.
So much stuff, but I'm like, why wouldn't you bring that closer into your kitchen?
Because I have nowhere to put it.
Right. I could find a spot for her.
Then it's on, like I already have on my my counter space. I already have my coffee machine, my air fryer, like oils and things.
Yeah, because you don't have a lot of counter space. You have
and that's
island,
what I'm saying. There is no space. Even in my, I have no pantry. It's all just in my drawers that's on the island, inside the island. That's my pantry. So this is what I'm saying. Like I actually also don't have space to put some of that stuff away. I think if I could keep a clean counter, I would at least put some of that stuff away, but I don't have where. So when we extend our house and we have much more, this is what I'm saying. Like when I buy my new house or extend the current one, I'm bringing Lyndsey in and being like, okay, how are we going to do this? Like, how are we going to set this place up?
By the time this happens, I'll probably be like decrepit and like 80 years old.
Don't be like that. We're about to be rich. What are you saying about my riches? It's fine. Listen.
It's just funny how people are totally different. Totally different.
Yeah.
If you ever want me to organize your space.
Oh my God, seriously, you should really just start your own business and do it by word of mouth because you don't need the money, but if people want help, this Lynd's organizational services.
That's a terrible name.
Are at your
services.
Somebody's making a weird noise over there.
My dog's snoring. He's dreaming actually. He's doing his weird dream. Yeah. Anyway. He's dreaming about organizing Billi's.
Yeah, that's why he sounds so distressed.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anyhow, Go put shit away.
You should just, by the way, before we go,
What?
I bought this giant bag of food for my dog.
Oh, I don't know the story.
No, you don't.
Oh.
This is just a little finisher at the end.
Yes.
I bought this giant, it was like 12 kilos full of food, worth
Okay.
of food, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to keep buying the same food, whatever. It's
Right.
But she's a tiny cavoodle, like she's 4 kilos.
It'll
so it's
take
going
her
to take
12 years to eat it.
eat it, right?
Uh-huh.
But I have no space for this giant bag. And so I shit you not, and now it just lives just outside of the cupboard in the kitchen. And so anytime I need food for Taffy, I just go in, get a little scoop, pop it in the thing, and that's how I live.
Okay.
And I love it like that.
Where, because I know you can, where exactly in the
Where
kitchen?
where the
recycling
is.
Fucking hate
Now
that
it's
area.
just part of the
Okay.
recycling wall.
Now,
We don't have time for this, Lyndsey.
we
Out of time.
do.
So
At least put it in a pretty container. This is the thing. You can have it there, but don't leave it in the bag. Go to Kmart and buy the food container, please.
the bag has a nice picture on it. I don't have a problem with that. Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Billi and Lyndsey. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.
We're not putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end.
Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Chat soon.